your nonprofit has just secured a major grant. It's exciting, right? That funding could be the lifeline your programs need to thrive. But you need to know something. Your job isn't over yet. If your grant reporting falls short, the likelihood of receiving future funding from the same source decreases dramatically. So how do you avoid the risk and instead turn your grant reports into trust-building tools? I'm Shannon Cherry from My Nonprofit Advisor, and today we're going to break down the exact steps nonprofits can take to create grant reports that don't just meet requirements, but exceed expectations. We're going to show you how to build lasting relationships with funders that can lead to additional funding. We'll cover everything from mastering financial reports and communicating your impact effectively. Ready to elevate your grant reporting game and keep that funding pipeline flowing? Let's dive in. Grant reporting is more than fulfilling a requirement. It's a critical process that gives funders insight into how their money is being used and your progress the nonprofit is making and the impact you're achieving. The key here is the more you give them, the more likely you'll get additional funding in the future. There are three main types of grant reports you're going to need to produce. The first is financial reports. These show funders how their money is being spent, including a breakdown of the expenses and alignment with the original budget. Second is progress reports. Keep these funders updated on your progress toward the project's goal, highlighting milestones or any changes. And finally, there's the final reports. At the end of the grant period, final reports summarize the entire project, including the outcomes and overall impact. Now, even though these reports focus on different aspects, they all work toward the same goal, fostering a transparent, lasting relationship with funders. Now let's take a closer look at key components that make a strong grant report. The first is executive summary. This is the first section funders will read, so make it count. It's a quick overview of your project's goals, key activities, and results. Keep it concise but informative, focusing on major milestones and achievements. The next is financial details. Transparency is key here. Include a breakdown of your expenditures and align them with the original budget you submitted. If there were any changes in spending, explain them clearly and provide supporting documents like receipts or invoices. By being upfront about how the money was used, you reassure funders that their investment is being managed responsibly. Project activities. Describe the specific activities your nonprofit undertook during the grant period. Be sure to highlight how these activities helped achieve the project's objectives. Include a timeline of key milestones and mention any partnerships that were crucial. If things didn't go exactly as planned, explain why and how you adapted. Results and impact. This is where you shine. Funders want to see real-world impact of their investments, and this is your chance to show it. Use both quantitative data, like the number of people helped or improvements made, and qualitative data, such as testimonials or case studies. Visual aids like charts and graphs can also help illustrate your success. Challenges and lessons learned. No project goes perfectly. Be honest about the challenges you faced and what you learned. Funders appreciate this transparency because it shows your ability to adapt and improve. To ensure your reports stand out and build trust with funders, follow these 5 best practices. First, write clearly and concisely. Your report should be easy to read and understand, even for someone who's unfamiliar with your nonprofit's work. The goal is for funders to grasp key points quickly and without confusion. Second, provide regular updates and tracking. Don't wait until the end of the project to communicate with your funders. Keep them in the loop with regular updates on your progress. By doing this, you're not only building trust, but also giving yourself the chance to address any issues head on and early on. Third, use data and evidence. Back up everything you say with hard data. Quantitative data like numbers and percentage show measurable impact, while qualitative data such as stories or testimonials adds that human element. Always support claims with evidence and use visual aids like graphs or tables to make complex information easier to digest. 3. Maintain compliance with funder guidelines. Different funders may have different reporting requirements. Make sure you're following their specific guidelines to the letter. Double check what they're asking for and ensure you've covered all the necessary points. Compliance shows professionalism and attention to detail. Prioritize good time management. Time management is critical. Start collecting data and drafting your reports well ahead of the deadline. Rushed reports often lead to errors, and funders will notice. Use project management tools to track deadlines and progress and ensure your report is polished and accurate. So by now you should have a clear understanding of how to create grant reports that not only meet requirements, but also foster trust with funders. By focusing on transparency, effective communication, and strong data, you'll make sure your funders are excited to work with you again and again, and hopefully invest in your future projects. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your team. Let's keep the conversation going and continue improving our grant reporting practices. Thanks for watching.
Running a nonprofit isn't always a walk in the park, but it doesn't have to be that way. Get more tips and ideas just by subscribing. Trust me, it's easier than digging for bones.